Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Yeah, I don't believe in destiny, I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me, you ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes, call me aggressive with my flow, call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love, still gonna die for what I love, still gonna try, I won't give up, still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left, and I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret, cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no. Some injuries, mentally and physically. Studied them religiously so I don't repeat history. And people won't admit to me they don't want a victory bad enough to get a C. They'd rather just go leave it be. I know this journey I've been on since 13, working hard and learning, never stopping searching. Yeah, it's burning, all this passion hurts me. I took action working, writing down these words. No, I'm not okay, I just wanna be something. I don't wanna be nothing, living all alone. No, I'm not alright, I'm just barely getting by. But I'll tell you I'm just fine, so you leave me alone. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left, and I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret, cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no.
No brain. Marvin Devine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games. Yeah, I know that I found somebody else to love me one day. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side. No, you did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye. So now I gotta say goodbye.
Yeah, my life is lovely now, I'm focused on me. You said you were about to die, I guess the car is on E. But see, I ain't even tripping, cause I just chose to believe that somebody gon' come around and give me just what I need. I don't wanna see you flying, see you looking down and out, coming to me crying, saying you miss having me around. Gave you chances and you blew it, you so easily influenced. All the times you told me beat it, now you gotta face the music. I'm saying
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games. Yeah, I know that I found somebody else to love me one day. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side. No, you did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye. So now I gotta say goodbye.
Hello, hello. Test, mic test.
Yeah, it's all good. Everyone can hear you. Are we ready?
We're in lobby, right?
Yeah, just send invite, bro. Do you want to do the intro?
Sure, just one sec.
Don't ever forget you're golden. I will find the light in your soul, I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your heart and temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own.
Alright guys, welcome everybody, we're back again. And today is the grand finale between Jace and Doug. I think it's Thug. Yeah, not Joe. I don't know why Joe's there because he lost yesterday, unfortunately. But yeah, we're just waiting for Thug, and then we'll be ready shortly.
Oh, we're doing the third place decider first between Joe and Jace, and then after that we're gonna do the best of 5 between Ivy and Thug. So we have Joe and Jace in the lobby now. Our former defending champion versus the Balmond that we saw for the first time here in the second RTG 1v1 Invitational. What do you think? Who's gonna win, Mark?
Gonna go for Joe. Just because, even though he was knocked out, he's still one of the favorites here, in my opinion. Yeah, even though that Jace did well, I still think that Joe would still come on top. So yeah,
Well,
that's just my prediction.
I'm very surprised Joe actually lost the last matchup he was in, but fortunately here we are, deciding who's third place. And an alpha ban coming in from Jace.
This is a best of 3 match, I believe.
Best of 3. And a Bauman ban coming in from Joe. Just to annoy Jace. He doesn't want to deal with that Bauman. So we're gonna see a new hero come up from Jace.
Nice. We shall see. We still have open heroes like Jawhead, Thamus as well. Thamus doing relatively well this tournament. That's 2 wins for him, I believe, from yesterday's match. 100% win rate. So, and he proves to be a good pick against the Jawhead. So it'll be interesting what they pick this time, rather than picking their comfort picks.
Let's go. Let's get this match underway. Both players ready. And you're in the lobby, right? Right?
Yep. I'm obviously
I
here.
don't want to leave you out again.
Yep, just remember my avatar next time. It's one of the
Here you
default
go.
ones.
You should really start making the lobby because you're hosting the stream. That way you're never
True.
left out.
It only happened once, guys. Come on. It's not that bad. But this time Joe is going for the favorite Chu. Both Chu picks here and without jungle. So the first 5 minutes should be even more fun. More fun engagements as they're gonna be fighting for the minion creeps instead of just jungling basically.
But the thing is, Jace has the advantage. Guess why?
Because of the skin. The hero skin. Of course.
What is it like? It's like plus 8 damage or something like that?
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
It doesn't matter how much you spend, £100 or nothing. It's still 8+ damage compared to any other skin. So
Kinda pay to win, but not really.
I mean, for
debatable.
£100, I wanna. That's not even pay to win. That's just that's a scam. So if it was like plus 20 attack, physical attack, sure, but like nah, £100 for.
Well,
for
what
that.
is this? A pay-to-win MMO? As we
Yeah.
see Jace and Joe dueling it out in the middle lane. Joe coming out of that engagement with an HP deficit, though that plus 8 damage coming into play.
Especially both players playing Chu, so we're gonna see full-on blows every second. So yeah, this should be a fun match to watch. We don't know how long it's gonna be though, compared to like yesterday.
Well, yesterday we saw a Chu versus Chu match that was 30 minutes long, but it looks like this game they're just wanting to fight it out in the middle lane, in the river, splashing water about.
Yep. Well, the only way to farm in the first 5 minutes is, well, even if you're not a jungler, if Chu can still get the creeps, but it's just not as fast. So for now, they'll be getting the minions until they get higher enough to, you know, comfortably get the jungle by themselves.
Seems to me like Joe keeps coming out of this engagement with an HP deficit. Is that +8 damage really doing the work, or is it the fact that Jace already has the warrior boots? Meanwhile, Joe went for the 2 healing necklaces, so he'll regen faster, but he's gonna take more damage during an engagement.
Yeah, well, technically both players do have the same builds now, but Joe just coming up with a higher level as of the moment, as he's cleared that minions first. Looks like Jace is not gonna contest that and lets Joe get the lethal as well.
Surprising. Seeing as they're both level 4, and it's not like there's a gold lead or anything. I mean, there's a little bit, but that's like, what, 30 gold? It doesn't matter. Was that a flicker?
Yeah,
yes,
it was. Jace goes for the kick
Meanwhile,
though.
Jace flickers in, now goes for the kick. Jace going back, now Joe goes for the kick. Jace very low HP, backs away under the turret. Joe doesn't chase.
Yeah, I think it's a good decision by Joe just not to chase, as he was on cooldown at that
I'm
point.
surprised by that flicker that Joe used though. Was that a misclick?
I think it's a
or,
misclick for sure. I mean, it was
surprising
just
coming out from our defending champion.
yeah, it was just a you can tell it was a misclick. It was where the flicker went. Jace was nowhere near it, so he must have gone for the regen instead. But yeah, Jace here able to get a little bit of regen, but Joe should be able to get this. He goes for the kick though.
Joe
Will he be
going
able
for
to
the
finish
kick.
him?
Jace very low, and Joe gets the first blood. And now he's gonna be able to farm the tower gold freely. Oh no, big mistake there coming in from Jace. Slightly out of position. Actually, amazing play from Joe, killing him near Jace's turret. So that's surprising. Joe didn't even need his turret to kill him.
No, I mean Jace was already like below half health, and he has enough damage to kill him at that point.
I think
Nevertheless,
Jace should have stayed back a little bit and regen
yeah.
with those healing nexuses.
But yeah, Joe did have a 1-0 lead yesterday, but he did throw it in one of those matches. So we'll see if he can.
He wasn't able to kill that Freya in time before Freya managed to use the second ulti, and then he ended up paying for it with his life.
Just unlucky there, but we will see. We'll see if Jace is able to get 1 kill from this. Ooh, he does go for the flicker though.
Kicks Joe into the turret. Joe very low, has to flicker away. Survives with very little HP. Slightly above 1,000. Now pops the regen. Blade of Heptasis finished though, so that should provide a bit more damage.
It's a nice try from Jace, but
Joe goes for the kick in the middle river. Now Jace very low, has to run away, dashing with that shield. Picks up the dash on the ground as well, into safety.
Again, very close encounters there. Jace getting away. It's been pretty much non-stop so far, and it's already 5 minutes.
That's what we like to see. We don't like no 13-minute game. Oh, come on. Snooze fest. We like to see some action. True versus true, kicking each other. But now though, Jace has the HP deficit. Joe goes for the knockup. An instant kill there. No counterplay available for Jace.
And this should be the first tower down. Not sure if he can get the second one, but...
I don't think he will. Those minions are pretty low HP.
And Jace has like 5 minutes to spawn.
5 seconds.
5 seconds, sorry, not 5 minutes. Bro, if it was 5
That'll
minutes,
be
it's
GG if it was 5
GG, yeah.
minutes.
Managed to get 60% down. But yeah, these guys should be able to jungle comfortably.
Joe going for the jump again, taking 2 tower hits, 3 tower hits. I don't know if that was the best initiation there, but he manages to back away, so no biggie. Blade of Heptasis now active for both of our players here. Joe hiding in the bush. Will
Yeah.
Jace fall for his trap again? Remember, flicker ready in a few seconds for both players here.
Joe does have the Legion Sword though, so he will deal extra damage along with the dagger. Most assumingly building for
Joe goes in for the flicker, goes in for the kick, the follow-up as well. Will he still get the knock-up? No, he dashes away. Now
Oh, goes for
Jace
the
on the
flicker.
aggressive, goes for the kick, not dealing too much damage. Joe survives on barely 1,000 HP, pops the regen. Will he go back in? He's trying to, but Jace backs away.
Yeah, he must have been on a cooldown. That's why he was retreating, Joe, after that kick. But yeah, I was saying he's definitely building a Blade of Despair at this point, and he has about 800 gold advantage too.
So he'll be able to finish that sooner than Jace,
Yeah.
but
Though he should be.
before it's finished, Jace could fight him. Because it takes a while to build the Blade of Despair, you know, it's a very expensive item.
Yeah, it's it's the most expensive item in the game, I believe. So. May take
And
a
there's
while.
this period as well that you have 2 Legion swords and you're still waiting for the recipe to be able to complete the item, and the recipe doesn't add anything. And that's the point where Joe is in right now.
Almost full health
Joe,
though, so
On the aggressive here, will he go for the jump? Oh, he gets kicked away by Jace. But that's kick used up for Jace now, so Joe is free to go to the aggressive afterwards.
not sure if that was the best decision, but nevertheless, it was pretty defensive there from Jace, rather than kicking him towards the tower. But I mean, he's under pressure here, so
The knockup's coming in here from Joe under the turret, though he's taking a lot of tower damage! He took about 4 tower hits there. Questionable decision with the initiation from Joe. Jace claiming the kill.
kind of screwed up. I don't think he expected the to get damaged a lot by the tower, but yeah.
I think he expected to kill Jace a lot quicker than that, but the thing is, he hasn't finished Blade of Despair yet. And now Jace has the momentum. He might even be able to claim this second turret. Oh, maybe not, but it's gonna be close. He's trying. Yes, he does.
This should give Jace some time to farm now, but not sure if Joe will let that happen, as he's going
Joe
for the
has
chase.
Jace has the gold lead now. Joe flickers in. Will he get the
Ooh.
kick? Yes, he does. I think this is gonna be a
Yep.
quick death for Jace, and
It's
yes,
GG.
it is.
Well played from both players. Joe again.
Very, very close fight there, to be honest.
And a very fast game too, around 7 minutes.
Victory!
That's what we want to see. That's what we want
4
to
kills
see.
in 7 minutes. Damn. We saw a match yesterday. 31 minutes in and 0 kills. With what was it? Yuzong versus
Alpha. This is used on Alpha.
Alpha, yeah. Listen to some tunes while we wait for the second match of the third place decider of the RTG 1v1 Invitational.
I'll host this time.
Oh, sorry. You host. I'm used to always hosting. You should host.
Just invite the rest because I don't have them.
Jace is not turning up on my friend list right now. Could somebody invite
Jace is here
him?
already.
Oh, there he is. There he
Yeah.
is. So everybody's here?
Is it just us two dumb ones in here?
another Balmond and Alpha band coming out. We might see a rematch of True versus True, honestly. Let's see what happens here.
Ready, Joe? Ready, Jace? Okay. Let's get the second match underway. Let's go, let's go.
Chat, who do you think is gonna win the second match? Post your comment, post your chat down below.
Well, Joe clearly picked Chu here. Yep. Just not. But we will see if it's gonna be a mirror match again. But yeah, he's the favorite one so far, as of the moment. Just showing to be a very good Chu player on that last match.
And it's another True versus True. He doesn't want that -8 damage deficit anymore. He saw how it kind of made a difference in the early game.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
By the way, guys, if you want to support the channel, please give us a like, a follow, a subscribe. All of our links and socials are down below. If you want to join any future tournaments, the Discord link is down there as well. A 1,000 euro tournament is in the works, so make sure to sign up and join our Discord. Talk to one of our mods. Talk to me there. I'm also there. Make sure if you have any concerns or suggestions, we're open to that as well. Well, let's get this match underway. A duel in the middle lane. They're kicking each other. Joe coming out with another HP deficit there, surprisingly. What do you think, Mark?
Sorry, I was fixing the the stream. Kind of misclicked on one of them.
No worries, no worries. I think they're going for the same builds here. Healing necklaces now purchased for both players, but the leather jerkin now on Joe instead of the boots. I think he understands that he's going to take a little more damage in the early game, and he doesn't really need the movement speed straight away.
Yeah, well, now both players does have the boots as well. So yeah, not too much difference here, the gold difference.
Joe just wanting to regen in the bush right now with the HP deficit. Now he goes in for the minion kill. Jay still has the HP advantage right now, going on the aggressive knocks up Joe. Joe pops the regen. Warrior boots finished for Jace.
Turtle resurrecting soon.
Jace just still coming out strong early game. But once we get to level 4, we'll see. Here we go. Jace gets level 4. Doesn't go
Joe
for the
gets
kick
level
though.
4 with the minion kill. I'm surprised Jace didn't go for the kick there. Joe was right in front of his turret. Joe on the aggressive here gets kicked into the turret by Jace, though has to flicker away with barely a sliver of HP.
Oh, that's 5% health. It's not looking good for Joe here. I think Jace should be able to get the first blood in a few moments here.
Joe pops the regen, though with those healing necklaces he might be able to regen a little bit, but it's gonna take a while. It's like a third of his HP right now.
And he's still like low level, so he can't really jungle just to regain HP because he will lose a lot. But Jace goes for the
Doesn't
flicker
have-
though, and takes out
Oh my god, that's first blood.
Joe. But go on, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say he doesn't really have the jungle item to
Yeah.
regen that quick.
Exactly. So he would, the monsters will deal a lot more damage too. But nevertheless, Chase getting that gold 355. So that gives 900 gold difference now between the two. So
Jace
this,
firmly on the advantage now, a level gap in the play as well.
ooh, pretty much both players punch and dodging each other.
With that gold lead, Jace is gonna be able to finish that Blade of Heptases a lot quicker than Joe. So I'm curious if Joe is gonna be even able to make a comeback here, seeing as Jace is firmly in the gold advantage. And there he goes, the Blade of Heptases is ready. Jace on the aggressive now, takes a few punches and kicks from Joe though. And
Goes for
Joe
the
goes in
kick.
for the kick, but it doesn't really do a lot of damage right now.
Just not enough. No damage from Joe at the moment. And it's hard to play passive too because Jace is just gonna keep constant pressure on him. So it's not looking good for Joe right now. Might have to give up this tower.
Once Joe gets the Blade of Heptases though, they'll be kind of an even ground with Jace still having a slight advantage, but he's still trying to finish that now. While Jace is just zoning Joe out, unable to farm. A flicker in there coming in from Joe, but Jace dashes away. Meanwhile, Jace flickers into the tower, gets the kick on Joe. Joe very low HP and dies. Very
Oh,
well played
no.
there, coming in from Jace.
Oh no, 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 no.
Oh no no no.
Nevertheless, Jace gets the first tower of the game and should be able to get this as well. And I think he will. Oh no, he doesn't. Doesn't commit to it. But
He
it's still
doesn't risk
low
it. He
enough.
could
Yeah.
have gotten it there.
It's still low enough anyway. So yeah, it's hard to see a comeback here from Joe, not gonna lie. Unless Jace makes a big
Jace now
mistake.
building Blade of Despair. Meanwhile, Joe still hasn't finished that Blade of Heptases.
He's pretty much in the same position as Joe was last game. But Jace has more of the upper hand here compared to Joe.
1400 gold lead now. Blade of Heptases finished for Joe. But Jace is more than halfway finished with that Blade of Despair.
Jason doing some nice minion managing here. Leaving the last cart with the rest of the minions here. It's a nice way to push. And Jace
And
does
Jace
get...
claims the turret.
Yeah. I don't think he can touch his tower, to be honest. He still has to...
I mean, he is.
And he still
Just
deals a lot of damage.
punches it, and then backs away. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for Malefic or after this and just focuses on the push. But he only needs one more kill to win this round.
Yep. So Jace can still maybe get a, you know, if he can make a small mistake, it's fine. But nevertheless, Joe's flickers goes for the kick. What? Not enough damage though. While Jace deals a lot more damage, goes for the kick, and he should be able to take Joe out, and he does.
Oh, the damage difference is just too big with those two Legion Blades. And Jace claims the second match of the series. 2 quick matches in a row. Both true versus true mirror matches. 1 game apiece. Exciting matchup we have here, Mark.
Yeah, pretty much the roles reversed in this game. But nevertheless, the final match here between these two.
I like the fact that it's very, very quick matches, though. We see a lot of action, a lot of aggressiveness.
Oh, you guys in the lobby?
Oh. Ah, my bad, my bad. It's reflexes, you know. It's been like,
Should I
it's been like,
should I
yeah,
back
yeah,
out?
invite. No, yeah, invite us, invite us. It's just I've been inviting people to lobby for like 4 straight weeks now, you know.
No worries.
Here we go, here we go.
I'm assuming the same bands. I think it's gonna be another chew again if it is. It's pretty much a
I
mirrored
mean,
match.
I think they want another rematch to decide.
Yeah, Joe goes with the Bauman band.
Jace asking if it's boring because Joe was trash talking in the previous match, even though he was losing.
Just zoning is. Last one. Aggressive and style. Alright. Looks like we're gonna see full on team 1v1 fight this time. Alright, both players
Joe
are ready.
admitting that Jace is a better true. I don't know if that's mind games or that's actual sportsmanship. I've never seen Joe say someone else is better than him.
It's defo mind games or being too humble. Either way, we'll see. It's the final match though. Full on aggressive, no zoning. That's what they're saying. So we're gonna see a lot more mistakes from this match, I reckon. But yeah, whoever gets the first blood is pretty much a winner in this. It's hard for Chu to come back after that.
Joe going in for the naked Chu again. I mean, he won with the naked Chu and lost the one with the skin, you know.
Maybe the skin is
Shout
a
out
curse.
to 30.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Shout out to 30 watching us on Facebook and Team Transition PH, as well as Aika Mendoza,
Smash them.
one of our tournament organizers here in Europe as well. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome guys, welcome. Shout out to you guys. Shout out Idol.
If you guys didn't know and you're lagging on some of our platforms, we are available and streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So one of those platforms should work for you. So please come and watch us. But follow us on all of our social media because we're really trying to grow the esports scene here in Europe. Joe coming out of an engagement with less HP than his opponent again. Oh my god, he's just not winning any of these skirmishes. But he's able to claim the Litho Wanderer though. That puts him in a slight gold lead.
If only it was the older Little Wanderer with that healing.
Where it gives you the healing. Oh, I used to love that. Especially because I play tank, you know, I'd always be low HP after an engagement.
Yeah.
Pop that Little Wanderer, regank again. But now it's just movement speed. Well, I'm gonna do with movement speed.
True, and it's only one now instead of two. But nevertheless, Jace goes for the
Jace
flicker
goes
though.
into the turret, takes 2 tower hits, but manages to damage Joe quite a fair bit. Joe surviving on very little HP. Correct play from Jace there to back away though, as another tower hit and he might have died there.
Yeah, very unlucky by Chase. It was a decent idea since Joe was on low HP, but yeah, the turret
The
just...
thing is though, Jace can just engage again afterwards if he catches Joe off guard.
But that's a minute and a half cooldown now from the flicker. So Joe does have the advantage here, being level 4. Does go for the flicker too. Goes for the kick. Should be able to take the Jace out. And he does. He
Oh,
gets
and
the
that's
first blood.
first blood. Great play there coming in from Joe, even while being at item disadvantage. Because right now they have the same build, but before that he didn't have that dagger for that extra damage.
Yeah, he took his advantage there, using the flicker. Goes for the kick. Understanding Jace has pretty much little health to sustain that. But this time Joe does have little half health though. But he goes for the kick instead to defend. Probably the wise choice. Ooh. Could have gone for the kick there. Not sure if it's on cooldown, but nevertheless. Joe does backs
Jason the
away.
Lethal Wanderer, full HP. Meanwhile, Joe uses the kick just to claim that Lethal Wonder. Great little play there, but now Joe doesn't have the kick for an engagement. He has to wait a while.
A little XP and gold for that. Worth it.
Joe now staying under the turret. Jay is still in the middle lane. Slight XP advantage for Joe. Jay's punches in. Joe takes a little bit of damage regen.
Just waiting game here at the moment, but Joe does have less than 50% health though. Jace could probably go for a play here, but Joe does have a flicker as well. So
guess what? I was casting to myself again.
Were
These
you?
disconnects on Discord, man.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't even show that I'm disconnected. It's really weird. But anyways, Joe half HP, Jay still full HP. Slight gold advantage on Joe, but that doesn't really matter. The only things that matter is the completed items.
Yep, Joe does have the Blade of Heptasis though, because of the 300 gold difference from that first blood. Ooh, very close again. We can see another blow here. Joe does go for the kick, goes for the wall.
Jay's still
but-
taking a tower hit there as well, but manages to flicker. No, he didn't flicker away.
Yeah.
Joe flickered instead. Strange
Yep.
plays there. Meanwhile, Jace goes in for the kick and kicks Joe into the turret, and that's a kill. I'm not too sure what happened with Joe's flicker in the previous engagement there. What do you think, Mark?
I think Joe just hesitated after finishing that kick, because Jace did have a flicker after that. But instead he just tried to go back though, so...
Either way, we're 1 kill apiece, but Jace is gonna claim this turret after that kill as the minion wave is pushing in.
Now it's 1-1. And yeah,
Now
Jace
Jace
has
is a
managed.
200 gold advantage.
He's managed to come back from that little deficit there. I thought whoever gets the first blood will get the upper advantage, but Jace has managed to get it back even before he gets that kill.
A different item build coming out of Joe here. Jace goes in for the kick.
Joe
Now
goes
Joe
for the kick
goes in
again.
for the kick as well.
For
Jace
both are
very
low.
low HP. Will they get the kill? Jace gets the kill in a clutch moment. Gets the shield and claims the second kill of the game for him. Oh my god, that's a clutch play and a half right there.
Yeah, Joe going for the Windtalker build there, I think. That's probably why he couldn't finish that kill, because he was lacking the damage compared to Jace with 2 Legion Blades. So,
And now Jace is gonna finish up that Blade of Despair very, very soon.
yeah.
Joe tried to do something with the Wind of Nature, but the thing is he hasn't completed it yet, so he's lacking the damage right now.
Is it Wind of Nature or... Oh, Wind of Nature can build the same as here, right? Yeah.
Oh wait,
But
I'm
it
not
could-
too sure actually.
Yeah, 'cause
what
Wind-
could it be, Mark?
It could be Windtalker, like I said earlier, but
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
talking for attack speed.
attack speed and movement
True.
speed as well. Maybe Joe going for the safer route. Yeah, he does go for the Windtalker.
Don't know though.
Ooh.
Jace going in for the kick again underneath the turret now. Joe very low HP, has to flicker
Oh.
away. Goes in for the kick back into the turret. No, he's gonna take some damage here. Joe trying to run away, and that is game. Joe, our defending champion, loses to Jace for the third place matchup. That kick into the turret there. He tried to claim a kill, but he didn't have enough damage.
I thought he just did well to kick him away, but he just followed up after. Just made a big risk and it just didn't work out.
Well, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Jace from Team Identity is the winner of our third place podium placement. Up next is the grand finale between Ivy and Tug. Tug is the winner of our Lebanese 1v1 championship, and he's made it to the grand finals. And Ivy, member of one of our top squads here in Europe, so it should be a very interesting matchup.
Yep, this is what everybody's been looking forward though. The grand finale, but will it be exciting as the previous
Oh, wait.
3 matches?
Joe won the first match, right? And then Jace won the
Yeah.
second one.
And then Jace won it again.
Yeah. Because Joe was just saying it's best of 3, guys. I don't know what he's talking about. Report Joe, he's new.
But yeah, well played there from Jace. I thought Joe would win it overall. But yeah. Well done, Jace. Well done. Again, proving my predictions wrong.
I thought Joe was gonna win this whole tournament once Lane wasn't in the play anymore, but he settles for 4th place this time. But I'm sure we'll see him in future tournaments for revenge.
Same. We should pretty much see the same players in the next tournaments as well, with their teams and with the 1v1s.
I think we should see a few additional players though, as we are getting better and better squads into the server, and better players are participating in our tournament.
Yep, with that being said, though, make sure you guys check out our Discord, which I will be typing now. So yeah, join in our Discord, and make sure you sign up if you're interested on joining future tournaments. So next week we'll be doing a 5v5 team tournament, and then after that it's another 1v1. So just wait for our announcements. And
if
then,
you are on
yeah.
Facebook or YouTube, our Discord link is on the bio of our Facebook page. So just check that out, or just message any of our mods that are lurking in chat. I'm sure there's a few around there.
Oh, I didn't put socials on Nightbot. Let me just do that now. I thought I did.
Can we get Tug into the lobby, please?
I don't have him. Do you have him? Does anyone have him? Oh, I don't have it. Makes sense.
While we're waiting, guys, make sure to give us a follow on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Our Instagram and Twitter accounts will be coming soon, but for now, keep updated on those socials. And if you want to join any of our tournaments or any of our events, lots of giveaways, lots of tournaments in the Discord server, so join now.
Yep, there we go. I managed to do that. Let me see if it works. Oh, it does work. Nice. Just click on the links below. You can type in exclamation mark socials as well, just like what I did there. Let me just put that on the title. Oh, did not want to do that. Alright. Can you give me a few minutes before we start?
Sure. We're still waiting for Hussein, so.
Alright.
And there we have it, guys. We have both of our players in the lobby. Ivy versus Tug slash Hussein. We're just waiting for the streamer to get back on, and we will be underway. Bans, please.
I'm back, everybody.
Hello, hello. Just waiting for the players to state their bans. Tamus ban coming in from Thug, banning that Ivy Tamus that we saw in the previous matchup. Meanwhile, a Chu ban coming in from Ivy. Doesn't want to deal with that CC.
Pretty much a standard ban, but that leaves the Jawhead on as well. Ivy's Yuzhong as well, and Alpha.
Leaves Tug's Freya open as well. If you remember in the previous match he was in.
Freya too.
And both players are ready. We are underway very, very soon. Go on, Mark.
Yep, both. Let's get to it. Slight different topic though. Has anyone been watching M2 so far?
RRQ lost, by the way. Oh my god.
I've only seen the Philippines Brent Esports and Omega. But
I don't know how they did. Did they win?
they both won, yeah. They both won their games.
Nice, nice.
But
Filipino represent.
these matches don't really matter until on Wednesday or Thursday, I think, because it's group stages, so all of them get through, but the first place of the group gets through to the playoffs,
Right.
while the second and third have to play against the second and third as well from the other group stage. So
I
that
see, I
yeah.
see. Well, the
So-
Yuzong coming out of Ivy here, and the Jawhead from Thug. Jawhead, an expected pick, and the very strong showing of Yuzong in the previous matchup as well. Hopefully it doesn't last as long as last time we saw Yuzong with that 31-minute match, but I don't think Thug is gonna wait 31 minutes to force some action with his early game
No.
Jawhead.
Yeah, if you're a Jawhead player facing a Yuzong, you want to force this as early as possible. You don't want to leave the Yuzong late game, because his passive and sustainability is so good. He may not deal a lot of damage, but at the same time,
If you are watching, let us know who do you think is gonna win. Thug or Hussein versus IV.
Thug will definitely have the early game advantage here. But
As you can see, he's kind of getting harassed by the Yuzong right now, forced to go into the jungle. But that is a small enemy camp, so that takes away farm from IV.
this time the Ivy not going for the jungle route instead.
I
Yeah.
think Jawhead could have invaded the red buff there instead of going back to the lane, but now I think he's gonna go for it.
All Yuzong can really do is try to contest, deal a small amount of damage, but I mean, the best way for him to farm is just buy those minions. So
Thug's building up a gold advantage now, although very slightly. But the thing is, he's gonna be able to farm faster with those missiles and that retribution as well. Is he gonna invade the blue buff as well? Yes, he is.
He does have
Oh.
10 seconds though. So
He's
he'll
gonna
wait
go
for
for the
that
small camp.
until he can fully secure the blue buff.
Turtle resurrecting soon.
Thug still level 3. I mean, Ivy still level 3. Doesn't want to engage into the level 4 Jawhead. Now he turns level 4. Jawhead missing the throw though.
But Jawhead though, with his sustainability, even after that Yuzong passive, he was able to tank that.
The jungle item also healing him a fair bit after that, basically full HP.
Tried going for the warrior boots, so it could
I
be a
don't
bit
know
more sustained.
if I don't know if Thug should be playing this passive though, seeing as the Yuzong wins in the late game.
Maybe he just wants to have the gold and level advantage here. But he's not really gonna benefit much from the minions. He's gonna have to keep jungling at this point until the 5 minute. And I think that's what will happen.
Because if you guys don't know, for our new players here, you take 40% less golden XP from minions if you have the jungle item. As I'm saying that, Thug manages to throw away the Yuzong into the turret, but with the dash ability of the Yuzong, he managed to escape fairly easily.
He hasn't even used his ult yet, but Thug has to just go for the litho, just a little reset there. But nevertheless, Ivy is able to regain his health just a little bit. But yeah, we can see the level gap now between the two. Jared getting 2 more levels above.
And that level 3 jungle item is completed for the Jawhead. Let's see if he makes any aggressive plays here, or is he still gonna wait for the stacks to be filled up? I don't know if he should wait that long though.
Yeah, because Yuzong here is already building for Bloodlust. So this should make him a bit more durable as well as dealing damage. So
The thing is though, if Jawhead initiates, and even if Ivy's low HP, he could just pop his ulti and run away.
yeah,
But if you don't initiate, nothing's gonna happen.
yeah, with the way this looks, it looks like it's gonna be a long match as well. Just both players not committing. I mean, it's a best of 5 for sure.
I don't know if going into the late game is the best idea for a Jawhead though, seeing it's a very early game oriented hero. And it's not like he's against a marksman or anything, it's a very durable hero here in Yuzong.
Well, we did see an alpha being so, very strong, able to take the Yuzong's passive and a bit of damage.
Yeah,
And
but the Alpha is
ultimately-
a better region
Yeah,
skills
that's
than
true.
Jawhead. Bloodlust Axe finish now for the Yuzong as the Jawhead throws him into the middle of the lane. Very low HP. I'm surprised he doesn't follow up there. He didn't even use the retribution to slow him down. Now Yuzong pops the ulti trying to defend his turret, but he's still very low HP. He's taking a lot of damage from the missiles, but Jawhead does not commit.
It's not looking good for the Yuzong. I don't think he can defend this tower without losing his life. Yes, he's gonna have to back off.
Jawhead uses ulti and claims the first blood fairly easily there after 2 engagements. I'm surprised the Yuzong even tried to defend there, considering the Jawhead had his ulti. If you guys don't know, a Jawhead is CC immune while charging up the ulti, so there's nothing he can do against that.
Yeah, and we're already seeing Jawhead's damage power here. So much burst against that Yuzong. But yeah, he should have just backed away rather than trying to engage the minions. Just a little misplay there from Ivy. So now we can see 1,100 gold lead and 3 levels.
It's a 3-level advantage as well. This Jawhead might just win out of sheer farm overwhelming capacity. Jawhead now on the Lethal Wanderer. Ivy trying to clear up that small cap, but Jawhead sees him, picks up the dash as well. Will he get the throw? No, Jawhead, Yuzong uses ulti.
But look,
But
he's
is
still
he
taking
gonna
a lot
land on
of
this
damage.
Jawhead? No, he just backs away. Yuzong knew he couldn't do anything there.
Nah. And the amount of damage that Jawhead was dealing, even on the dragon form, is still a lot.
Yuzong going for Dominance Ice, surprisingly. I don't think Jawhead really relies on attack speed. He relies more on his missiles and ulti, so I don't know what this Dominance Ice is for. But he just bought a dagger as well, so maybe it's just a value Black Ice Shield for the cooldown reduction and the physical defense and mana. But Yuzong doesn't use mana. Huh. Interesting pickup
yeah.
there.
I mean, it only makes sense for the cooldown, 10% cooldown, but is it
Jawhead
even
uses
worthy?
ulti into the inhibitor turret, gets knocked up though, gonna take a few tower shots here. Yuzong uses the ulti, will he try to engage? He's taking a fair amount of damage from the missiles, 2,000 damage to be precise. Now Yuzong flickers in for the knockoff, but Thug still relatively healthy and claims that kill!
Wiped out.
Way too much farm advantage there on the Jawhead for this Yuzong to be contesting like that with the flicker, with the knockoff. Way too much commit there from Ivy. Blade of Despair now finished with a deadly
Yeah.
blade combination on Thug.
Very well played there by Thug, just baiting out the Yuzong, letting him think that Jawhead doesn't, he's on the back foot. But at that time, in that moment, Jawhead is able to fight back. But yeah, that's a 2-0 lead to Thug now. He's just 1 kill away to get 1 point out of the best of 5.
Shout out to JM and Cargo Ray in the chat on Twitch. Welcome to the stream. Ivy and Thug in the grand finals now, with Thug on a 2-0 lead in the first game of the series.
Ivy just has to hope that his minions on the sidelines should push Thug's inhibitor, but he has to defend his space also. And that's what Thug is doing now. He's gonna go back to defend.
$2K gold lead now on the Jawhead. This is going to be a tough match for a comeback for this Yuzong.
Thug should just keep the pressure here at this point.
I have just been informed that Thug plays a lot of 1v1. And his Freya matchups actually are on very low numbers because the 1v1s and custom matches are in track. He only plays Freya in 1v1. So he practiced for this. He's been training his whole life for this. For the RTG Invitational.
Yeah, no wonder why he's the Lebanon champion, the 1v1 finalist here, proving to beat Joe as well.
I'm very interested to see him in a 5v5 scenario. I want to see him in a squad versus squad matchup, you know? And we do have a 5 versus 5 tournament next week. So if you want to sign up your squad or you want to build a squad in the Discord server, go to hashtag tournament sign up in the channels. Jawhead now on the aggressive here, hitting the Nexus, throws the Yuzong outside of the turret range. Yuzong half HP, has to back away with the ulti.
Nothing much prevailing there by Thug. It's a nice try though, just to bait out the Yuzong. Just to close down his health. Nevertheless, is forced to defend his top lane. His minions should be able to push soon as well on the side. So as long as he's a little bit more patient, he can manage his minions well. And push at the same time, pressure the Yuzong back to his base. But that doesn't seem
Shout
to
out
be like it.
to John Lee Valdez on the Facebook chat asking what's the prize for the tournament. Right now, it's any giftable skin for the 1 versus 1 tournament. But in the future tournaments, there's going to be bigger cash prizes, bigger giveaways, bigger skins, and bigger amounts. So make sure to join the Discord if you're interested in joining. Thug on the aggressive here again, wanting to hit that base, misses the throw though, and he's losing that bottom and bottom tower as well.
Yep, he basically lost top and bottom lane now, and he has to defend both of them. That's able to keep the pressure to Ivy, but Ivy's able to get to level 14, uses the dragon mode. Thug is then forced to back away.
Thug lost the inhibitor turret in bottom lane during that engagement as well. I think he's gonna have to defend soon.
Yeah, he has to. So now we're gonna see the minion playing their part in this match.
The minion's actually hitting Joy's base right now, taking a fair amount of damage there. As this game drags on, the advantage of the Yuzong will come to a close, so Jawhead has to do something fast and end this game within the next 2 or 3 minutes, or else he's gonna be at disadvantage every single fight. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Ivy's able to push up here in the middle lane. I think it might have, been a bit of a mistake, just letting letting the minions push the Ivy, so he's able to farm up a bit.
He could have frozen the lane a little bit, you know, because he still has that tier 1 tower in the middle lane.
Exactly, but now he's on a back foot, and Yuzong should be able to push the middle lane as well. He has no choice but to sacrifice his middle tower.
Because he has to keep defending these 2 side lanes now. At this point, this game is gonna drag on for another 5 minutes, and we're gonna slowly see this Yuzong push into Jawhead's face. As I say that though, Yuzong found inside of the bush, has to use ulti, dealing a decent amount of damage to the Thug here, but Thug not backing away, but he misses the throw into the turret. Unfortunate play there coming out of the Jawhead.
very unlucky with that throw, but nevertheless, both players just resetting, really. I think we're gonna get to a late game, past 20 minutes mark, most assuming.
I think the Jawhead has to engage after the Yuzong used ulti though. Like, engage now, regen, and then engage again. Because you can't really fight Yuzong while he's under the ulti. Sea of Halberd completed now though for the Jawhead, but Immortality coming out of Yuzong.
Pretty much almost completed build as well. Jawhead selling the boots though, going for Antique. Doesn't want to deal with the damage being dealt from the Yuzong now.
I'm surprised he went for Antique and not Immortality because some of Yuzong's damage is HP percentile, so it doesn't really the defense doesn't really matter. But here we go. Yuzong going in for the push on this second tower in the middle lane. Jawhead missing the throw again. Now Yuzong initiating, going in for that passive. Retribution used by Jawhead on a cannon, has to defend the top lane. I think he's gonna lose this turret. Oh, barely saves it.
You reckon the minions will end the game rather than these two? To be fair,
I mean, if this goes on, Yuzong is not gonna die and he's just gonna zone this Jawhead out.
to be fair, Thug does have one more kill left to win it, but it's gonna be hard to kill the Yuzong, to be honest.
Not with that build, man. He's got Queen's Wings, Dominance Eyes, Immortality, Bloodlust Axe, Warrior Boots. How do you get through? And even if you get through once, he still has Immortality. As you can see, he's barely half HP after getting thrown into the turret. So unless this Yuzong commits into a fight against this Jawhead, Jawhead is not going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a waiting game here, ladies and gents. See who will win it for us. Most likely, I think the minions will win it. Jawhead can pretty much defend it comfortably. He does have the damage output against the minions, but with Yuzong, he doesn't clear it as fast as Jawhead though. But we will see if Thug can pull a miracle and get the last kill.
Top lane pushing in though. I don't think Yuzong realizes this, but now he does. He's going in there. He's gonna be able to defend, no problem. I think this Jawhead should just go for Malefic Roar and just push hard, you know, and claim that Nexus straight away. But
doesn't
it's
have
gonna be a
enough
very
minions.
hard game to come back. Well, I say come back, but he has a 2-0 lead over this Yuzong. But Yuzong just has the late game advantage now.
Even if he does take out Thug, the spawn time is gonna be too long, and Ivy should be able to get the Nexus.
Malefic Roar does come out from Thug and the potion as well. Uses the ulti underneath the turret, but Ivy flickers away. Barely half HP, now regenning most of the damage. Joe misses the throw again. I don't think I've seen more misses than hits here. Jawhead though, just clearing out the minion wave, has to defend the bottom lane.
Ivy trying to cut the lane, but sort of unsuccessful there.
Jawhead is claiming the blue buff here. Meanwhile, Zong goes for his red buff. Neither player wanting to commit to a fight right now. This Yuzong understands that he just has to wait for the minions to push the lanes in. Meanwhile, Jawhead understands that Yuzong has the late game advantage, so he doesn't really want to commit to a fight. And we are at a stalemate. But eventually, this Yuzong is gonna come out of on top if Jawhead doesn't do anything. What do you think, Mark? How can this Jawhead win?
It's gonna be hard, I think. It's too hard. I mean, as long as Thug can get him under the tower without the minions, he should be able to take him out, but
Like, look at this. The minions get underneath the tower. Ivy gives it a smack or two, and that tower is eventually gonna fall.
exactly.
It might take another half an hour, but it's eventually gonna fall.
But yeah, Yuzong is just gonna be unkillable at this point. He's got
I think he should sell his boots as well, or go for another defense item, or maybe a damage item.
yeah, I think he does have enough defense item. I think a damage item would be better.
If you look purely on the gold chart, this Jawhead has a 9k gold advantage over this Yuzong, but it doesn't matter because they're both full build, full items. So that farm advantage and that retribution is useless now. I'm surprised this Yuzong isn't forcing the issue of just pushing down the lanes though. He does have to defend the top turret, but in the previous encounters he's just very passive, playing it very safe.
I think he should be able to push though. With the top and the middle. Just pushing a little bit. But instead the Yuzong is able to clear the middle lane. And assuming they're gonna go back to the top lane to defend. I mean, he does get into the turret, but look at the life steal
Doesn't
though.
matter.
No, and he does have the ultimate.
He
Tries-
still has immortality as well, so
Tries to toss him under the tower again, but just not successful that time. Yeah, Ivy's just forcing her to get that tower in, and she does.
nothing much happening on this match. 26 minutes in, a very long game again, Mark. When do you think they're gonna finally commit to each other? As
Most
Yuzong
likely a
hides in the bush, goes in for the jump. Jawhead now knocked up, getting a decent amount of damage here. The dragon pushes him again, but he manages to back away underneath the turret.
A little risky
Might
there.
go in for the push here with this big minion wave now.
He has to defend the bottom lane too. Look at those minions. And they should
I think
do
Yuzong is
fair
gonna
amount
claim
of
this
damage.
turret now.
Yeah, he will claim
Easy
the
turret for the Yuzong.
Yeah, we should
And they
see
still
the
have-
final moment here. 27 minutes.
Gonna be one of those matches again where this Yuzong just keeps
Ooh.
zoning out this Jawhead.
Oh, he's almost
Meanwhile, he
gone.
uses ulti now. Jawhead very low. Actually, he might perish here. He can't fight this anymore. One more initiation and he is dead. And this Yuzong is right up to the Nexus. He's just gonna smack this a few times and he's won the match after being down 0-2. Look at the confidence on Ivy just standing there in the middle of Jawhead's space. Jawhead might get a throw here though. He doesn't go
Ooh.
for it. Very low HP now pops the region.
Going for the base though. Oh,
And
Flickers.
Yuzong just hitting the
Yeah.
Nexus and that's GG. Very smart, methodical, slow-paced and patient game there from the Yuzong. Winning the match even though it's 0-2. 28 minutes it took.
Good game. A bit longer, but nevertheless, it was still good. Very unfortunate.
Ivy just loves these long matches, doesn't he? He's had the longest matches in our tournament so far.
Oh shit.
Oh. Reflexes again. Reflexes. I keep making the lobby, man. Invite me.
But yeah, that's 1 to Ivy and 0 to Thug.
For those that are just tuning in, this is the best of 5 grand finals of the RTG 1v1 Invitational. On the right we have IV, and on the left we have Thug, the Lebanese 1v1 champion. Meanwhile, Ivy, one of the highest ranked players here in Europe. So let's get this match underway.
Ivy going for the Chu ban. And Thug banning the Yuzong. Makes sense. But that leaves the Thamus open against the Jawhead if Thug does pick Jawhead. So Ivy wants to ban Thamus. Are you able to switch bans? Because she's already picked Chu. Kale? I'm confused. No? Okay.
No. I think he's just claiming he's gonna pick Thamus or something.
Alright, ready everybody?
Alright, we are underway on the second match of the best of 5 grand finals. Let's see what they pick here. Ivy claiming that he's picking Tamus. So let's see if he's true to his word. Showing different heroes here.
Just a troll pick. Trolls. We're likely to see a Thamus. Possibly Leomord, maybe. Leomord didn't do too bad. But yeah, we do see a Thamus pick by Ivy. Nothing too surprising there. She's already picked Thamus before. Claiming to be the winner there against a Jawhead from yesterday. So will he be able to do it this time? That goes for the Freya though. So 2 heroes doing a lot of burst damage as well.
Definitely comfort picks here coming out from both sides. We've seen them pick these heroes in the past in this tournament. So we should see a very competitive matchup here. Lots of regen, lots of durability, lots of burst. The only difference that we see again, minimal Freya goes for the retribution.
All troops deployed.
The thing is Thamus though, he can sustain a lot as well. And he can jungle comfortably as well once he gets to a certain amount of level. Just like now he's going for the level 4 and look, he's already dealing a decent amount of damage. And he's not even a jungler. And Freya doesn't know that he's already got his red buff stolen.
Great plays here coming in from Ivy. Gonna claim that Lethal Wanderer as well.
Both players just going in and out really. Just trying to test each other, perhaps.
Ivy just poking out with a steaming will of death.
Resurrecting soon.
Bringing Thug to half HP, basically. Now gonna hit the turret, I think. No, dashes away. It's just spamming that wheel while Freya pops the ulti. Does a decent amount of damage to Ivy, but Ivy just pops the regen and is 3/4 of HP full now again.
Ivy opting to go for a little push here. Ooh, he almost got caught there and has to use the flicker just to get away.
Shout out to Osama on Facebook and Kirby and Luigi as well, all challenging each other to 1v1s. If you want to face more 1v1 action, sign up for the next tournament on Discord. Links should be down below. Ivy just clearing up the lane here. Meanwhile, Freya has double buff.
players pretty much jungling and farming at this point. As we're almost 4 minutes in. Nothing too extraordinary.
Ivy still able to jungle fairly quickly, even without the retribution here.
Nevertheless, the Frey is able to catch up with the level though.
Still 500 gold behind, despite not dying or... Meanwhile, Freya jumps in. Tamus half HP. Freya uses ulti, but Tamus just jumps away, uses the spinning wheel of death to slow her down. But now he's getting zoned out with that Freya ulti. Bloodlust Axe now active on the Ivy Tamus though, so he's gonna be able to regen fairly decently, fairly quickly. Meanwhile, Thug just claiming that blue buff. Ivy hiding in the bush.
Ivy not risking for the extra gold, instead just retreats, waits for the next minion wave to come. He has to be careful here though, because he's half health. But thanks to the health regen, he should be able to get it back shortly.
The healing necklace coming in as well for Ivy. We've seen this in the past matchup, players just buying healing necklace casually just for that extra regen there while waiting for the action to commence.
Here we go, we're seeing the blows now between these two, but Tham's going back, Freya using his ult, just bursting him through, but Freya
The
can't really
spacing
chase.
from Ivy is just amazing here, knowing how to stand, knowing when to initiate, knowing when to back away. Great plays coming in from Ivy. As I say that though, he gets jumped on by Freya, has to flicker away, spinning wheel of death just to slow her down. This Freya trying, hungry for the kill, greedy for the taste of blood, but she just cannot get it right now.
A little careless there from Ivy, just not considering Freya's diving ability there. And he almost got caught out. Way out of the position. Luckily he had the flicker to get away. Nevertheless, Freya going for the deadly blade makes sense because of Thamus's regen ability.
Ivy going aggressive here now full HP thanks to the Bloodlust Axe and healing necklaces. Will he initiate? Just harassing that Freya with a spinning wheel of death. Freya hesitant to initiate. Now as I say that, she jumps in, but Ivy just backs away after slowing her down. Very quick fingers here coming out of Ivy.
Demon Hunter's Sword coming in from Ivy. She'll be able to deal extra damage, as well as gaining some extra speed.
Ivy definitely on the item advantage right now. That's why Freya's hesitant to initiate. Blade of Despair on the way for this Freya. Doesn't opt to finish the Sea Halberd. Both players just jumping in and out of each other. I mean Thug coming out of that engagement marginally better than the other.
8 minutes in, and we still doesn't have the first tower destroyed, nor first blood.
Lots of action here though, just not resulting into any kills. Lots of engagement and dodges and jumps. But these heroes are just so durable. And, they don't die. Saying that though, Ivy just dealt with half of the HP.
One level advantage here by the Freya, but not really enough at this point.
Freya finally claiming the golden XP lead, uses the ulti. Ivy taking a lot of damage here, gets knocked up, survives on barely 400 HP there. Oh my god, if Freya initiated after the Blade of Despair was finished instead of before, Freya would have gotten the first blood there. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I think he would have gotten the first blood too, but nevertheless, she still managed to get the tower though. 2 towers destroyed, putting the Ivy in a big disadvantage here.
Going for that endless battle next on the Freya. That Blade of Despair surely coming into play soon.
Although Freya doesn't really have a tower to retreat on if he does make a mistake. If he can't really push this, it's
On the other hand, if Ivy dies,
Mm.
that's inhibitor. Might be GG with how fast Freya pushes, to be honest.
It's just better to just freeze the lane for now in the middle lane, because Thamus is gonna be under pressure from the top lane too, giving him more farm.
Queen's Wings completed on the Tamus as well. Not much gold difference now thanks to the farm provided by the side lanes, because they're able to defend it once the inhibitor turret is exposed. Freya stealing the blue buff there though from the Ivy.
Didn't really need to
Try-
retribution there, could have just saved it for Ivy.
Trying to get the jump here, but no knock-up so far. Freya trying to hit the turret. Oh, gets a decent amount of damage on him though. Meanwhile, the Spinning Wheel of Death doing the slow, harassing this Freya out. Ivy coming in and out, uses that retribution for the slow. There you go, claims the first blood. Great plays there from the Tamus, ducking in and out, and finally claims the first blood with the Spinning Wheel of Death, with the slow, with the retribution. I mean, the retribution not doing anything there for Thug.
He has to defend this though. Unfortunately, he couldn't push, so that delayed it extra like 15 seconds. Very unfortunate there, but nevertheless, he should be able to claim this tower. And yeah, Freya's about to spawn now. The momentum seems to be going for Ivy, but we will see once Freya gets back in. Freya going for the endless battle now. Should really be going for a defensive item at this point. Possibly completing Sea of Halberd as well.
Yeah, he really needs that extra anti-lifesteal. If this Tamus is just regenerating at a pace he cannot deal with that Queen's Wings, Bloodlust Axe. So Ares managed to steal the red buff there. But at this point, I don't know if it matters that much.
Nah. Apart from 1 second.
Freya
movement
gets the
speed,
jump though. Ivy knocked out, less than half HP. Freya uses ulti, but Ivy just runs away. Gets the jump again though. Ivy very low now. But
that activates
Tamus
Ivy's
proving to be very, very mobile.
activated Queen's Wings as well.
But the thing is though, Ivy, even though he doesn't die, he's now on the back foot here thanks to very low HP.
He would
But
get the HP back from the ultimate.
Thug is just letting him regen for some reason there.
Not really freezing the lane here, Doug. Ivy going for the dominant size though. Reducing the Freya's movement speed and attack speed.
This time the dominance ice actually does a lot because Freya is very dependent on attack speed. Compared to the previous match where he got dominance ice against a Jawhead, but nevertheless he won.
It's gonna be another late game here, I reckon. 25 minutes in.
We've seen a lot of action in this match though, despite the low kill count, 15 minutes in. It's just not a lot of kills thanks to the durability factor of these heroes, managing to regen, managing to back away every single time. Sea of Halberd though, finished up for the Freya, should reduce some of that regen on the Thamus.
Look how fast.
Do you think that's
Thanos
gonna be
is.
enough, Mark?
Nah, I don't think so. Not at this late game. Just not enough. With the Queen's wings as well. It's gonna have to calm down to the minions again, I reckon. But in terms of the fight, if Ivy can just play defensively well, she should be able to
Just like
turn
last
it down.
game.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, with Deadly Blade and Sea Halberd, there's actually no difference regarding the anti-regen. It's still the same, minus 50% for 3 seconds. It's just extra attack speed and attack damage provided by the Sea Halberd. That's the difference. Freya though gets the job, but Thamus just jumps away. That's been the story every single time. Freya gets a good job, but Thamus, no
Able to
biggie, just jumps
sustain,
away.
Yeah.
Getting smacked around by this Freya right now though. Will Freya be able to push the inhibitor turret thanks to the low HP this Thamus has? But no! The regen on the Thamus is too much underneath the turret. Freya takes too much damage, too many tower hits. And
that's a
this
wipe.
might be GG. That's 40 seconds of free time for Ivy. Is it enough to push 2 turrets and a Nexus?
We'll have to see with his damage.
Thamus with very fast attack speed. I think he's got this. Uses the flicker there as well for some reason. buys the potion. I think he should have bought Malefic Roar instead of that. But you know,
Yeah, he
10
doesn't have
seconds
time.
until Freya responds.
It's not enough time, unfortunately.
Maybe. Still has a minion. 5, 3 seconds. 1 second. Freya's alive. Come on, defend.
Just get the
Thamus
minions.
still going for it. Freya gets the minion. And Thamus has to back away.
Yeah.
He should have bought that Malefic Roar, man. Instead of the potion, he should have bought that Malefic Roar. Sell your boots, man. Jeez. But what do I know? I'm just a noob commentating this match.
sort of makes sense though, but nevertheless, we're back to reset now. Freya has to defend at this point. And she goes for the Berserker Fury. Just for the extra critical damage against the Thamus.
Thing though, it's slightly mitigated by the Dominant's Eyes, because crits rely on attack speed. The more attack speed you have, the more crits you get as well.
Yeah, more chances as well per attack speed. Per attack basic attack, I mean. Freya though, persistent going in, jumping in, just trying to go for the risk play. But she's gonna be in a disadvantage of going for the turret. And she knows that. Ivy going again for the potion.
He just doesn't like Malefic Roar, man. He just doesn't like it. Malefic Roar is good against Freya as well, because you get some of the armor penetration.
Yeah, that's true. But it's kind of how just just sell the boots at that point, perhaps.
Freya on a 1v1 still deals a lot of damage to this Ivy Thamus. Freya trying to jump this Thamus though. I think he should just be focusing on the turret. Thamus dealing a decent amount of damage though. Now Freya uses the ulti, smacks around Ivy, but Ivy just walks away. Maybe Freya needs something like Corrosion Sight or something to slow this Thamus down, because Thamus is just running away every single time. It's not the damage that's the problem, it's the mobility.
But what would you sell? Endless Battle? Berserker Fury?
I don't even know, maybe Immortality, go for the risk.
Immortality is more of the safer option, to be fair. After dying earlier, you don't want to risk again.
Yeah, but at this point, if you're not getting any kills, if you're not getting any pushes, the minions aren't even touching the turret, you're not gonna win.
No, Ivy's able to defend well at the moment. Unless we get to 27 minutes, that's when the minions will start to get stronger.
Freya though, dealing a lot of damage. Ivy has the flicker though, that is the advantage of the no retribution setup. You have that spell to get away. Now Ivy goes for the immortality. He doesn't want to die. He knows if he dies, it's game over. The same could be said for Thug. Just full HP basically.
Ooh, look at the top turret though. A lot of damage.
Minions
from
are
that
strong,
minion.
but it's not gonna be enough. Ivy dealing a lot of damage on this Freya Thug. He deals a lot more damage when Freya is not in ulti, but when Freya pops the ulti, Freya's at the advantage. But the thing is, Ivy just runs away every single time.
Freya forced to defend now. On the bottom lane. This gives Thamus a bit of space to push forward. But Freya should be able to clear this very easily. Even without the ultimate. Thamus not retreating though. Persistent with the minion wave there. Wants to keep the pressure open to the Freya.
Thomas on the other side of the map now, pushing his advantage. I think the Frey has to go for something drastic, to be honest. He really needs more damage to kill him with those few seconds while he's in ulti, or Corrosion Sight to slow him down.
But look at the minions though. It's turned. The momentum is turned to Ivy now. So Frey is forced to defend back.
He's gonna lose that turret, man. He doesn't have any minions top
Yeah.
lane right now, and he's still forced to defend the middle lane. And he's taking a lot of damage from Thomas right now. That turret almost dead top lane.
Yep. Smartly enough to clearing that minion.
Fair though, on the aggressive here, gets the knockup, but doesn't initiate all the way. Now uses the ulti while Ivy is still at the distance. That's a wasted ulti and a half right there.
Nevertheless.
Tries to defend the bottom lane, but is way too late.
Ooh, risked there by Ivy. But Frey just backs away. Doesn't wanna push.
I don't even know who wins if Freya kills Ivy with immortality. Because after Ivy respawns, will he just be able to regen it out? Because Freya's ulti would be gone by then.
We'll have to see if that happens. Seems like Freya's minions is able to push a little bit forward now on the side.
They just take
26
turns.
minutes in, yeah.
Ivy just hates Maleficor. He hates me. He's not buying it because I said he should buy it. That's what it is. At this point, it's gonna be another game like the last one, where Ivy just slowly inches and pushes ever so patiently. Will it be another 5 minutes? Another 10? Who knows? But if Thug wants to win, he's gonna have to do something drastic. Fredo managing to claim that middle inhibitor turret from IV, and Ivy kind of low HP right now, but still has that immortality.
Yep.
Freya gets the jump
Ooh.
again, and the knockup claims the immortality. Now Ivy on the back foot has to flicker away.
The next
Now
melee
Ivy
is
might be
coming.
able to, I mean, Thug might be able to force this out because he still has immortality. It's just he gotta use the ulti and hit the turret and gets the kill as well! And he gets the win! Unexpected play there coming out of Thug. Very good play. Managing to win even with a deficit of 1 kill.
Oh, Joe is in
And the
another
series is 1 game apiece.
lobby. That's an L. He's still 1-1. pretty much is gonna be the trend at this point. The finals, past 26, 7 minutes ish. Minions playing their part on the side lane, just too much pressure. Can't really defend that.
I thought Thomas had a firm grasp on that game, but Thug with the unexpected jump and burst damage there. Did he change his build last minute or something? Or
Yeah, he bought the brute force again. I didn't get to check what
no,
he
I'm
sold.
I meant
Ivy.
the Freya,
Oh, the Freya.
because for some reason he got a burst of damage out of nowhere.
Mm.
No, it's just fighting that Freya while at ulti way too long. And players, state your bans, please. For those just tuning in, this is a best of 5 in the grand finals. First player to win 3 games wins the whole thing. If you're wanting to join any of our future tournaments, including a potential €1,000 prize in the future, join our Discord, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, everything, and keep updated because we will be announcing the future of our tournaments very, very soon. And a Freya ban coming in from Ivy, understandable from the brilliant show there that Stug had in the previous match.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. But that leaves Chu open as well.
And Jawhead.
Chu Jawhead, yeah. But we didn't get to see Jawhead in that game, so we will see.
We saw it in the first game
Yeah,
of
the
the
first
series,
game.
but... And
Let's
both
start.
players are ready.
Ivy going for the Chu pick this time. Interesting. Going for more of a damage and CCD hero rather than a regen sustain. Interesting there. And let's get the match on the way. This time, Thug picking Sun Retribution though. Interesting. Gonna be seeing Sun again for the second time this tournament. Both players running high and dry spell. But Chu opting to go for the flicker, while Sun going for the Retribution.
Welcome to Mobile Legends. 5 seconds.
Let's get this underway. True and Sun, two of our most banned heroes in the tournament, actually. Interesting to finally see them in a matchup.
Chu hiding in the bush. Both players just opting to go to the middle rather than Sun starting with any of the buff.
I hope Sun didn't buy a jungle item. Nope, he didn't. Smart.
But we will see the argument whether the Sun counters too hard in this game. See how Ivy will play this out.
Sun counters too hard if Chu kicks the illusion. That's all I'm gonna say. But that's a misplay and a half if I've ever seen one, if that happens.
Turtle resurrecting soon.
Those players just clearing out their jungle here. But Thug might come out of the advantage with that because he has the retribution and jungle item. Thing is though, it's the same predicament again. If this goes to late game, Ivy will have the skill advantage because he has Flick instead of retribution. But Thug on the Monkey King is at a hero late game advantage because Monkey King in late game is just insane with the amount of damage that he can do. So it could be a very even matchup here. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I think it will be even as well. But Ivy did have Flicker last game, yes, but she did lose last minute with the on the last game, so we'll just see how it goes.
He did hold the advantage for so long, though.
Just unable to
was
finish.
Just not able to end.
Was that a kick? I think that was a kick.
Not too sure, but Thug trying to go to the aggressive there, realizing Chu's still doing a lot of damage right now.
Ivy going for the Blade of Heptases now, finishing it. And she's able to get 150-ish, 172 gold. 78, sorry. And right now she has 800 gold difference. Nevertheless though, Thug is able to play passive very well because of those clones. So Ivy's just forced to wait, basically. clones going in against Ivy though, but Chu's still dealing a lot of damage compared to the Sun. Let's see the build here for Sun. Building for the DHS, I believe, while Chu is going for the Blade of Despair, I'm assuming. And Sun does finish the Demon Hunter Sword.
Demon Hunter Sword gonna do a lot more damage instantly right now, though, due to the nature of the hero. But True is on a 1k gold advantage with no kills. And Sun has Retribution. How did that happen, Mark?
Just the first 5 minutes, you get a lot more gold from the minions.
And Sun didn't really focus on jungle that much, did he?
No, not really, no. And Ivy's able to jungle a little bit as well. So she's managed to farm well, getting the minions at the same time going for the jungle. Nevertheless, Chu challenging the Sun for the blue buff, but just backs off really. Can't really do much against those clones.
Playing around the turret,
Quick
yo,
kick
True
there.
goes for the kick. Ivy very low on HP already, and just gets bursted down instantly. With 2 Legion Blades and a Blade of Despair, he just gets melted.
Absolutely destroyed the Sun there.
Starting from underneath the turret as well. Oh my god, the gold advantage coming into play there.
Yeah. And it's just letting Ivy get that gold as well from the tower is just not very good as well. Not able to defend this tower. You can clearly see the gold difference and the damage difference between the two. Ivy just has to play this right. Maybe just freeze the lane for now. Because the more Sun gets gold, he will come back for this. Come back in a later game for sure. Just very smart right now. Ivy just jungling at the moment. Just using the minions as an opportunity to, as a vision, I guess, and just wait it out.
Those players still need 2 wins to win this series, so they're even right now. But Ivy on a big advantage right now on this True versus Sun matchup. Endless battle on the way here for Ivy.
Just for the extra damage and a little bit movement speed as well.
I forget what are the regular spears building into again, Mark?
Sorry?
The items that the Sun has. What do those build into? The 2 regular spears.
Oh, corrosion site now. Here we go. We see it.
Oh, I see.
Just negating that extra movement speed from Chu.
You
But
should have bought that last game.
though he did win it eventually.
Yeah, only took like 57 years. If you guys are just tuning in, please follow us on Discord, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, any social media you want. All of them, you're feeling extra nice because we do appreciate the support. And we're trying to enhance and better the European esports scene and esports in general. We will be holding events in NA, SEA, Europe, maybe not China, but we'll get there on an international level in a few years, maybe.
Yeah, it should
But
be
please
exciting.
show us your support.
Seems like Chu's gonna build Windtalker here. Just so he can get across the map really quickly. Yep, and he does. The extra movement speed should help him a lot. Sun going for the Queen's Wings, I'm assuming, as well.
Ivy is trying to poke out this tower, but Sun deterring him from doing so.
Yep,
I
now
don't know
he's
if this Sun has
his
nah,
ultimate's on
he can't do
cooldown.
anything
No.
right now. He just has to wait for super late game. I don't even know if he has full stacks on his jungle item yet, because he hasn't really been out of his base much.
Even then, he's only limited to 10 stacks rather than 15.
Still hasn't upgraded that item.
Hmm. Ooh, but look at the damage
Ivy
though.
though, taking a decent amount of damage just from the illusion. Maybe Tug should have initiated a little bit with the real hero there, but I don't know. I don't know if Ivy just one-shots him still. A lot of damage items on this Drew right now. Blade of Despair, Blade of Heptases, Endless Battle, and Windtalker. Wind of Nature now finished on the Drew. So when this Sun initiates on him, he can just mitigate a lot of that damage.
But Sun is just gonna defend this base, basically.
Could do this for a long time, really. Just defend with the illusion.
Mm-hmm. Actually, the Wind Talk is also not a bad idea. It deals extra magic damage. It splashes around nearby enemies as well, so
Great
how-
for wave clear.
Mm. And look at the bottom turret though. That should get taken out soon. And it does.
Wasn't paying attention to his bottom lane there. Thug finally outside of the base right now. Did he sell his jungle item? did.
Yeah, he did.
Surprising there since he isn't even full build yet. Let's see if this IV Chu initiates.
We do see a super minion on the bottom turret though.
Ivy flickers in, goes on for an initiation, but takes a few tower hits, kicks the illusion actually.
Ooh, look at this.
Taking a decent amount of damage here though, another tower shot, but Ivy, look at that regen back to half HP already.
Yeah, that's Queen's Wings working for you. Oh wait.
Wait.
Did he have Queen's Wings before?
Not too sure. But does buying and selling it refresh the cooldown?
No, no,
Don't think so, right?
no. That does. I've tried that before and it doesn't happen. So it's still on a cooldown. It would be too OP if it does. So
I'm not too sure what item he had there previously. Either way, he's on the advantage right now with a 5k gold lead. This son is really gonna have to drag it out to about half an hour if he wants to win. Two illusions now coming out of the sun. Ivy actually taking a fair amount of damage here. Look at that. Less than half HP, but a few kicks and punches in a minion wave and he's basically full again.
I think you should buy Dominance Ice at this point. Maybe sell Blade or the Warrior Boots. Blade of Heptasis doesn't really do much at this point on the late game.
I think the plan here for Thug is to defend until his full item, but I don't know if
But
Ivy's
look at
gonna
that.
give him the
Look
space.
at the
Look at this,
base.
he's just gonna hit the tower and he's just gonna claim the game with that Windtalker attack speed. Oh my
Victory!
Jesus.
Pretty anticlimactic right there again. Pretty much
Ivy just knows how to win games methodically, clinically, calculated and patient, you know? He's like the Floyd Mayweather of Mobile Legends. He's not the most exciting plays, but he always wins.
And that's 2-1 to Ivy.
2-1 to Ivy.
Ivy just needs one more.
One more win for Ivy, and he has won the RTG 1v1 Invitational Grand Finals.
Give me like a few minutes. That's okay.
Sure.
I'll get some food.
If you guys are just tuning in and you're interested in joining our tournaments, make sure you join the Discord link down below and follow us on our socials, on our Twitch, on our YouTube, on our Facebook. And keep updated on our tournament news. A 1,000 euro prize pool tournament is in the works, so make sure you're updated. Say hi on the Discord and I'll say hi back. Everyone's friendly. Everyone's up for games. Everyone's up to chat. If you just want to chill, there's a music bot there as well too. Actually, you can play Pokemon. You can do everything in our Discord. As we go for a little break here, Little toilet break for our participants and our caster, actually. Might need one in a little bit. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't go anywhere. The third game of the grand finals is on its way. If Ivy wins this, he wins the whole thing. But if Thug wins this, he equalizes, and we will go to game 5 in the grand finals. A Freya ban coming in from IV. We're just waiting for the ban coming out of Thug and our players to be back from their break. Yuzong ban coming in from Thug. Doesn't want to deal with that late game Yuzong that Ivy showed in one of our previous matchups. And just a little while, we will have the fourth game of our 1v1 grand finals. So just stick around and we will have it underway very, very soon. Hello, chat. Say hi to me. Come on, come on. Who's here? Say hi. Say hi. Heh. Hello to JM on Twitch chat, and I forgot my password. I'm Jojo. Smelling a 50-minute game. You weren't far off, you know. It was more than halfway to 50 minutes, the last one.
Alright, I'm back. We ready?
Hello. Everyone's ready, bro. Let's get this underway.
Alright, let's go, let's go.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The fourth game of the grand finals is underway.
Is it the same band?
Freya is banned,
Freya
and
Yuzong.
Yuzong is banned. So the
Ooh.
Ruby coming out of IV. We've seen this in the semi-finals, and it was very successful against Jace. So let's see if it proves to be as successful here in the grand finals.
Yeah, you don't want to bring Ruby late game here, but Thug going for the this might be I think this might be it for Ivy. Bring this late game, son. Too much lifesteal between all the three clones. So
Ruby deals a lot of AoE damage though to deal with those clones.
exactly, and the CC
Some
bringing.
as well.
I think this is the game for Ruby and Ivy.
Mobile
Well,
Legends.
Ivy technically, yeah.
Ivy just might claim the grand finals here.
5
Yeah,
seconds
with this
till
pick.
the enemy
I
reaches
think
the
he
battlefield.
anticipated the sun pick.
Purify! Purify on Thug though. Interesting pickup there. Canceling out some of the CC from this Ruby.
I think he was expecting the Chu pick, perhaps, for the kick. Instead,
But
it actually
Purify is still very effective here against the hook.
but that's a big cooldown though, 90 seconds.
And the hook is only what, like 15, 20 seconds? I'm not too sure.
So if you're under pressure in the back foot, you can't really do much against a Ruby.
Look at this, Ruby's just invading and Thug has to back away. The stun coming into effect there from the Ruby and the blue buff is reset.
But with Sun's Demon Hunter Sword, he should really be able to burst the Ruby a lot. So buying Deadly Blade would be really beneficial in early game. But if you make it to late game, who knows? Ruby might just come on
Sun's still
top.
a very good late game hero, but Ruby
Yeah.
in late game, that lifesteal is just insane combined with that CC. I don't know if Thug has enough time to even burst Ivy down.
Turtle resurrected.
By the way, shout out to Joe, Shibuya, Roni, and No Mercy on the YouTube chat right now. Thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure to leave a subscribe and a like on our video. Thank you so much.
Ruby almost bursting that Thug though. Thug really low health.
And now
He's in
Thug can
big
do
trouble.
anything now.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any regen or anything.
And this is not looking good. Ruby should be able to claim this tower very soon.
Look at that HP on Thug, then Ruby just flickers and hooks, just one-shots him underneath the turret.
First blood of the game.
Jesus. 2 minutes in. Well, a little less than 3 minutes, but still a lot faster than our previous games.
Yeah, we can see Ruby's power there against Sun. It's definitely a mismatch at this point, but nevertheless, Ruby with 1000 HP though. Can't play as aggressive as she was earlier. So she's gonna have to be careful and get a bit of her HP regen back.
Ruby has a lot of regen though. Endless battle on the way. He didn't go for the lifesteal item first, which is interesting, but he does have the healing necklace.
Opting to go for the cooldown boots, magic shoes instead. Interesting.
And the cooldown boots just means more stuns, more lifesteal. Hook coming out there on the illusion. Hook lands, but Sun manages to use the ulti just in time to dodge the grapple there.
Oh, that's
And
a
a missed
decent.
flicker hook as well.
It's a decent effort though. I like the idea, bringing him out of
But
the tower. He just missed.
he used
Yeah.
flicker way too early there before the hook latched on the Sun. one of the recent changes in Ruby that you have to wait for the hook to actually latch on the hero before using the flicker.
Yeah, Sun proving to be not the best fighter option in this tournament. Still no win rate, 0%.
He won one game in the previous tournament, but
But in
not
this
doing
week's
anything
tournament,
here.
nothing.
Endless battles finished on the Ruby. And no items done yet for the Sun. Just the cooldown boots.
He's in so much pressure under
Demon Hunter actually coming out now. Ruby just able to cut the wave like this in the middle of two turrets, just asserting his dominance. Actually takes a few tower shots there for no reason as well. And another one. It's just taunting him at this point. Wouldn't be surprised when the recall spams and the emoji spams come out.
Still though, very persistent from Sun, able to defend.
It's a
Ruby.
1k gold disadvantage right now though.
Ruby just trying to go around the blue and see if Sun will go there, but no, he goes for the red instead.
Now Clone trying to claim that blue buff. Easily claimed here. Even more stun and CC because of that cooldown reduction. Goes for the hook, but Sun times that ulti perfectly.
And that's a nice timing, but Ruby's in big trouble here. He has to flicker away.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's just gonna hit some minions and it's gonna be full HP again.
Yeah. Look at that. And she's back in no time.
Has claws on the lineup here for Ruby. Ivy just pressing every single button he can to clear this red buff. And the Has clause is finished. Should see initiation here soon from the Ruby.
Pretty much unkillable at this point, Ruby. You got Sun
he
building
might
the
go
Veggie
for,
Blade.
I think Ruby's gonna go for either Immortality or Dominance Ice next. Investigate this damage coming out of the Sun. Dominance Ice is a very effective item against the Sun with the Demon Hunter sword.
And reduces her cooldown as well, so she's able to spam the skills even more.
Some extra mana as well, but that doesn't matter. Once you've got endless battle, you basically got unlimited mana. Look at this, the mana bar doesn't even go down anymore.
She's missing a lot of her ultimate though. I don't think we've seen Sun use his Purified once as well.
I mean, it's kind of hard because when do you use it?
Yeah.
He's managed to dodge a few hooks with his ulti.
And he really claims his tower too. What day?
He's playing this Ruby exactly the way he played Samus and Yuzong. Just zoning his opponent out and just clearing the minion wave and slowly chunking down on the towers.
Nice ult there.
This is the ulti though, lands it. Sun Wukong now less than half HP. Will he keep initiating? Ivy taking a decent amount of damage as well, but Thug is too low. Manages to back away underneath the turret. Going for the red buff now, I think. Oh, no, it's too risky. He has to hide underneath the inhibitor.
I don't think it's wise to defend this as well.
This might be GG here, as Ruby claims the second kill of the game while underneath the inhibitor turret. And it's just gonna hit the third. And he might just win off of that, but
And goes with the malefic roar, bro. Here we go.
he's wanting to push here. They've learned. My shouting has paid off. They've bought the malefic roar. But no minions now. The minions come in. 10 seconds for Thug. It's GG. It's GG. Ivy is your 1v1 RTG Invitational Champion.
Congratulations, Ivy, winning the champion. You can finally request your favorite skin.
Please request your favorite skin to my account and it is yours. Thank you so much for participating, everybody. And congratulations to IV on winning our second ever RTG 1v1 Invitational.
Yep, congratulations, Ivy. And yeah,
Dominant show there in the grand finals.
just that Ruby pick was a really good pick. I mean, thinking that he will pick Sun again, hoping that he would pick Sun again, and yeah, perfect counter for.
And look at
For
that,
him,
he sold
basically.
his Dominance Ice last minute for
Yeah.
that Malefic Roar. Very smart play coming out of Ivy to be able to push there. I don't think he'd be able to finish that game right then and there if he didn't buy the Malefic Roar, because Sun was spawning actually. But very smart thinking there, very quick thinking as well coming out from Ivy.
Was this his shortest
Congratulations.
match? I think so.
And that concludes our tournament, everybody. Please support our resident caster and analyst, Mark for Gaming. Search that up on Twitch, search that up on YouTube, search that up on everything. You'll probably find it. He plays ML and Rainbow Six Siege, so give him some love.
Thanks, well, I really appreciate it. But yeah, shout out to you as well. Thank you for being my caster partner. Well, being as a caster partner. Thank you. I appreciate being involved in this organization. So yeah, make sure you also follow us on Discord for next week's 5v5 tournament. So if you have a team, feel free to join, and we'll be casting that on stream as well.
Join now for those interested in the tournaments. If you're interested in the 1v1 tournament, there's going to be another one the week after. So make sure you stick around in the Discord because there's tournaments every single week. Where can you find that?
Yep, so should be fun every week. Looking forward to it. And again, make sure you guys follow us on YouTube and Facebook as well. We've just recently made a page. We would appreciate your support all through our social medias.
For those who don't know, if you're having troubles with Twitch, we are also live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So make sure you give us a subscribe, give us a follow, give us a like. We'll also be posting the highlights of our tournament on YouTube very, very soon. So make sure you give us a subscribe there.
Yep, and we would also appreciate if you share about our organization. Maybe you can get your friends involved as well, and you know, more players the better.
We all want the esports team to grow, so give us a shout out and we'll provide better players and tournaments for you. Well, I think that is it. That concludes our event. Thank you so much, Mark, for gaming again
Yeah,
on
thank you as
Twitch.
well. Thank you. But before we go, we will be raiding a fellow streamer as well, just so we can help them with the Twitch community and everything. Let's see if we find somebody. But yeah, nevertheless, we'll see you guys again this weekend. So stay tuned to the 5v5 tournament, and yeah, have a good night.
Stick around for more ML action though, as we will be raiding another ML streamer. So if you want to watch more ML, just stick around.
Have a good night.
A lot of just because I like this guy's name, ibuprofen.